Confidence as a interpreter or a translator isn't about never messing up again. It's about how fast you bounce back. So if you've ever been letting one mistake define you, you are giving your power away. Hey, hey, I am Nene and I am a speaker, trainer, coach, and I help interpreters, translators, language professionals, and sharp up capable individuals move past self-doubt so they can confidently step into the role. And in today's video, we'll be talking about how most one of the most underrated confidence builder in our field, and it's the power of recovery. Let's look at it this way. A lot of colleagues over-identify with a mistake. We've said in that in a previous video. You can go back and check that one out. But now, that one mistake, that one term you missed or that awkward moment means now you're a bad interpreter. Means that's it, you're not good. And what that is doing is actually it's killing your confidence faster than the mistake that you actually did. So it's not about the error that was made. It was just more like the real trap is how you feel about it. So what I really want us to consider is to start thinking about how do we now start recovering from this? How can we then start doing the things that we know would help us? Because the recovery is the real skill, and that's where the power is. Because whether we like it or not, mistakes are inevitable. They're bound to happen. Inevitable is what the word I was like struggling to say. Like I have a tongue twister where I know certain things. And the difference here now is the recovery. When that mistake happens, how do you tell those who are like the professionals or those who are like get the callbacks or those who know their stuff or are it is how they recover. That's what separates the professionals. That's the thing. It's not like, okay, you make the mistake now, or I've been in a situation where an interpreter made a mistake and they just walked away, like literally away and went home. You don't want to be that interpreter. In like, how can we then make sure that that's not our story? That's not how we are because of like how we felt and the spiraling that's happening. The mistake has happened in the booking, in the assignments, in the boot, on the translation document. What do we do now? Let's focus on the three parts we need to be mindful of that will now set us apart to those who as now seen as like, yeah, we know our stuff, we've got this, and we are it. The first one is that micro recovery. You're in the flow of your job, you're in the flow of interpreting, and in that moment, what you do. So that's the micro. That's the one of the first thing we're focusing on. The second one is the meaning recovery. Because some of us, like, we would like do something and then start spiraling. Oh, okay. That means I'm not cut out for this kind of jobs. I'm not capable to do this. We start reframing it afterwards. We start making up stories of how we're not good enough, we're not capable, we don't know our stuff, we need to go and do this. We start even like just like I've cooked up some really nice stories in my time. And that is the meaning recovery. So what do we do in those situations? The first one is like that micro in the moment. Now the meaning, we've done the job. And then now we're like thinking about it. And the third part of recovery that I want us to be mindful of is the momentum recovery. And this is how we build long-term resilience. This is a one where we start anchoring and building ourselves up to make sure that like if it does come in, we are good to go. Because there's no point in waiting till like you've messed up. But if you anchor like if this happens, this is what I'll do. That's the momentum recovery. So you know the Venus sisters, right? The Williams sisters, excuse me, I just said oh did I? Yeah. You, they the tennis players, the champions in their field. Are you gonna tell me they didn't miss no shots? They didn't miss no, like they didn't hit the ball and it went like God knows where, the net. They didn't trip on themselves. Like when they're in that moment, before by the next set, they've recentered themselves. They're like on it. They're like, reset, let's go, let's go. They're good to go. They're not like, oh, like no, instantly. Like, how do we instantly in that moment we know that we made a mistake and not like, oh, like focus. And if we're going somewhere, the GPS, we now miss a turn, we turn right. It doesn't say, "Oh, you naughty person." Like, how not? Are you not listening? Like, it doesn't tell us off. It doesn't like, you missed a turn, you missed a turn. It just what it does, it recalculates it. It recalculates, and then you start going into the direction it wants you to go. It doesn't insult you. GPS doesn't do that. So why are we doing that to ourselves? Why are we feeling like we have to start doing all those things? Or is it my gym bodies there? Like they now do one perfect 12 rep thing and they're feeling, yes, the muscle's there. No, the muscle comes from that rip and that recovery when we like settle and stop. And that's what we're doing here. That's what we're thinking about here. Like, what do we do in those moments when we're in those situations, we're in those places? Because if we do not, because the key, and we know is, it's not about the skill. The skill is there. The skill we're building on. The skill is like we practice, we're building in the reps, the activity, and we're getting better at that. But if you don't work on those other inner conflict that's happening with us by using this three tier of what do you do in that instance when you have made that mistake? How do you then go, okay, I've got this. Next, let's go. Okay. And what's happening in those micro recovery moments, like when you make that mistake in that instance, your brain wants to keep you safe. So it feels like there's danger, and that's why you feel that like that, and or you feel something. Reminding yourself that you are safe, you've got this, helps to calm you, helps to like get you back into that flow of like, yes, you know your thing. Because whether it's the tennis player or a GPS or building that muscle, confidence grows with the recovery, not perfection. It doesn't mean that you go there and you have to like interpret, yeah, this is what's going on like that, like perfectly and never make a mistake, or you're there flowing with a sign and that's it. No, it's when we be like, oh yeah, and the interpreter error, and like you just go like whatever that is, you are like you're recovering in that sense. That's where the confidence is built, not in the perfection, in the recovery. I really want to home in on that because we then now to now start practicing and to now start getting that muscle of the recovery. What do we tend to do before, during, and after? Very vital. What do you do before you go into the assignment? What do you do during the assignment? And what can you do after the assignment to help speed this recovery moment so that we are not in that loafing state? We're not like going all like so before knowing and understanding and grounding myself and I'm prepared for this, I've got this, I am capable. Very vital. Like during, like when that thing happens, like okay, take a breather, just reset. I'm safe. Let's keep going. And then afterwards now, instead of spiraling and like whatever, that was data. That's information. Okay, now I know what to do when I'm in that situation next time. This is how I'm going to handle it. And this is what whatever that is. And understanding that it's just data and it's not our identity. My goodness, in the growth in that awareness, in that knowing, and how that gets to help us move us forward. And then in the long term, there's so many things we can do in terms of like the nervous system regulation, somatic, we can do like really various things, journaling, uh, celebrating the wins. Even when you catch it, like this is what I used to do, like when I've made a mistake or whatever, instead of going, oh no, no, I go, oh, we caught ourselves. Like Get the dolphins going, like celebrate that I caught it. Oh, I didn't go into it. I just kind of like, yeah, duck underwater here. Let it go. Celebrating that thing and making sure that we are on the flow with this thing. Because when we can start building the muscle of recovery, and it's so beautiful to see when I like people that I've worked with and how when they come in like you can just see one of my clients and when she goes into the assignment she's always going, hi, I'm your interpreter, and like or she's like when she makes a mistake she's like she flinches or whatever that is, and now it's like instead of flinch she's like a she smiles and like subtly of course, and she just anchored in her knowing because the belief, the conscious and subconscious mind are just like, they're repping, they're friends. So now this is a time to now start looking at how do I start building on my recovery muscle. So here is my challenge to you. The next time you slip, do not spiral, do not go pity on me. This is what, use one of these recovery tools, phrases. And in the comment section, drop the recovery phrase you'll be using. Because yeah, like which one do you think? Okay, this is what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use the micro one, meaning, or the micro, the meaning one, or the momentum. Let me know. And don't forget to subscribe for more identity shifting tools to help you show up confidently and have this unshakable and be this unshakable interpreter or translator. Till next time. Bye for now.